So what can we teach them when we get together with our granddaughters? We're passing the mantle to them. And I just put a word of caution here to remind ourselves that even though we have a lot to teach because we have a lot of experience, it's really easy to turn off young people if we get too strident with our lectures about how things used to be or how things should be. So this is an opportunity to teach them while we always remember to listen more than we talk, right? The grandmothers I talked to said they want them to appreciate differences and value diversity, not just tolerate people, but love it and engage in the joy of knowing people different from themselves. We want them to know that it's important for all people to be represented and to see themselves in leadership roles. We want to encourage them to be curious without judgment and to listen to the voices of others so that we can learn from them. We want them promoting equal rights for themselves and others, and we want them to learn and exhibit the importance of good communication and respectful communication. We want the world to be a safe and enriching place for them to build relationships across cultures and find joy in doing so. In addition to valuing and respecting the voices of others, we want them to value their own voices too. We want to encourage them to use their words and listen to their own voices and their own intuition. We want them to share what they have to say. And we want to let them know that we admire their words. We appreciate their point of view. We want to model for them the importance of knowing and appreciating themselves. And we want to reframe those mistakes that we all make as learning opportunities. At the end of the day, we want them to celebrate with gratitude what went well that day so that it adds to their storehouse of self-worth and value for their lives. Another woman that I interviewed said this, and I thought it was such a brilliant idea. She said she tells her granddaughters to keep a little room inside her brain where she keeps her trophies, her accomplishments, not trophies to her mistakes, as we often do, remembering and holding on to those things, but instead hold on to the times we did things right, we did things well, so that we remind ourselves when we need to that we can, and we will, and when we make mistakes, we will rise and do well again in something new. We want to teach them about their history. We want to share our family stories with them and the lessons we've learned, but in low-key ways, like I said, no lectures here, just genuine, joyful storytelling about things that have happened in your own life that can be instructive. It's also important to let them know about your history as a leader and the way that limiting beliefs might have affected you. Share examples of strong women and girls in your family, how they overcame hardships even when societal expectations and norms were very different than they are today, or we hope they will be soon. Take opportunities, if you have the skills and the knowledge to do so, to teach them about our shared history, about important topics like women's progress and the women's movement. Teach them about overcoming old norms like the patriarchy and the bureaucracy and people-pleasing and oppression. And share with them what you know and look for books and stories to share about strong and inspiring women and girls in history. And show them how to communicate clearly and effectively, what a strong, confident, loving woman looks like, how to work hard and set their minds to something, how to find the right mentors for their aspirations, how to talk about hard things and ask big life questions, and show them human kindness, your own creative thought, your own earnest self-expression, and how to advocate for yourself and others. She will look to you as an example, and she will remember what she sees and hears. Support them. A lot of times, grandparents are in a better position financially and may have a little more flexibility with their time to be able to support their personal development efforts. These retreats I'm offering today are a big financial investment and an investment of your time. I believe it's something I want for my granddaughters. That's the reason I created it. And I think maybe it's something you may want for yours as well. We have lots of opportunities to offer positive reinforcement and show them the difference between genuine, respectful encouragement and empty praise. They're not the same thing, are they? And support them in moving beyond false, outdated boundaries. There could still be messages lingering around about how children will interrupt your career or other limits to women's capacity. It's time to share the load. It's time to make family decisions that work for everyone. And maybe being a stay-at-home mom is your choice. But whatever the choice, it needs to be your choice, her choice. And it can be in 2014 and beyond, certainly. Don't accept those limiting messages. Be sure that your girls know that they have a world of choices about life, about the partners they choose, about careers and financial decisions, and about children. And help them see they shouldn't give those choices away to anyone. Things have changed, and you can be a part of continuing to change them. And so can she. And I love this term from one of our grandmothers. She said, teach them the art of possibility. What are the possibilities open to them? Another change-making feminine elder I talked with put it this way: make a difference with your presence, your positive words, your voice, your stature, and your own ability to weather disaster by showing them, if I can do it, so can they. They have the opportunity to see a model of strength. That's what grandmothers can do for young girls.